What's up, everybody? Welcome to Live Free with Caleb D. Thank you for tuning in. In today's video, we're gonna talk about life insurance. But before we begin, please like, comment, and share this video. And don't forget to subscribe. Now let's get into it. I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. Most people need life insurance, especially if you have dependents. If you don't, well, you could get away with it, but if you do plan on having a family in the future, it's best to get it early because the earlier you get it, the cheaper it's gonna be. But what is life insurance? Well, life insurance is a contract between the insurance company and the insured, where the insured pays a monthly premium in exchange for a death benefit for the beneficiaries if the insured dies. So, in layman's terms, I pay a monthly premium to the insurance company, and when I die, my family gets money. You know, simple as that. Some people might say, well, I am not gonna die anytime soon. Or, God is my insurance. God. Well, I hate to break it to you, it's not that simple. Number one, we are all going to die. Simple. It sounds morbid, but it's true. We all have an expiration date on this earth, so you best be prepared for it. And two, you don't know when you're gonna die. So let's say you have kids. Your kids might even get a chance to grow up before you die. So you can't use the argument that, oh, my kids are gonna be financially responsible, so they won't need my money. It's not gonna work because you don't know when you're gonna die. And for those Christians who like to say, God is my insurance. See, I'm a Christian too, but doesn't mean we can't be responsible and prepare for the future. For example, Proverbs 13 verse 22 states, a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. See guys, even the Bible instructs you to prepare for the future and leave something for your kids. And I know most of you guys aren't of the faith, so I won't dive in too deep. I could go on and on about any rebuttal that I hear, but these are the most common that I hear. But also, isn't it weird that every so often you see a GoFundMe for a funeral where the breadwinner dies and they leave nothing for their child or their spouse? That's not a good position to leave your family in. That's why it's important to have life insurance. So how much life insurance do you actually need? Well, a good rule of thumb is to have 10 to 12 times your annual salary, because that gives your spouse the flexibility to stay at home and take care of the kids in the event that your kids are young. Also, it gives your spouse the flexibility to maintain the current lifestyle they were living as if you were still here. So please, don't neglect it. If you still think that's too much, at the very least, get a policy that will allow your family to cover the funeral expenses and any debt that you might leave behind. So now that I've convinced you to get life insurance, there are two types you need to keep in mind. The first type is term life insurance. A term life insurance policy covers you for a specific period of time or a term. Think like presidential terms. A president is only the president for a 4-year term. In a term insurance policy, you only get coverage for that term. It could be a 10-year, 20-year, 15-year, 30-year. And you only get coverage for that period of time. So let me give you an example. Let's say I purchased a 30-year term life insurance policy at the age of 20. That means I'm covered for 30 years. So from the age of 20 to the age of 50, I am covered. So if I die in between those years, in between the age of 20 and 50, my family will get a lump sum of money. If I die at 51, unfortunately, my family won't get anything. That is one of the downsides of getting term life insurance. It doesn't provide you protection for your whole life. And some people don't like that. However, I don't see it as an investment. I don't see it as a necessary lifetime thing, because term life insurance to me is protection against your untimely death. So let's say I'm trying to build wealth, I'm making the right choices, and I'm trying to build a legacy, and I happen to die before my time, then the term life insurance is there to protect me and protect my legacy. But if I build my legacy and I have money to pass down to my kids, why do I need to keep paying premiums when I'm 60, 70, 80 years old? I already have that to pass on to my kids. And my kids don't really need me because they're all grown and they're also financially free. So that's why I don't really care for whole life insurance. I think term is good enough because it protects my children when it matters. And also, term life insurance premiums are significantly cheaper than whole life insurance. But I'm gonna save that for another video. Now, whole life insurance. Whole life insurance is exactly how it sounds. You have insurance for your whole entire life. It is pretty self-explanatory. It does get complicated because there are different types of whole life insurance, and you have things like cash value and other things, but that's a whole nother video that I'm gonna make later on to explain what that is. But to sum it up, whole life insurance protects you for your whole entire life. So I can get a policy at 20 years old, and if I die at 90 years old, my beneficiaries are still getting a lump sum of money. However, the caveat is the premiums are significantly more expensive than term life insurance. Anyways, guys, this is a basic, extremely basic explanation of life insurance. I think life insurance needs to be explained in steps, in increments, because if I try to explain everything to you all at once, it will be very confusing. And I think that's where a lot of financial advisors and insurance salesmen get it wrong, is because they try to throw everything at you all at once, and then you're confused and you pick something that doesn't benefit you. So I'm gonna give you all the necessary tools you need to know in order to make a good decision on picking a life insurance policy. But anyways, guys, that's all I have for today. If you like this video, please like it, comment, share it, and don't forget to subscribe. Holla at your boy.